Hi, my name is Beth, and this is my Booktube Newbie tag video. What fun or unique thing do you bring to Booktube? I am a graphic designer, and I also really enjoy copywriting. I do that as part of my job. So I'm not only interested in words and the books that I'm reading, but I also will not judge you for judging covers. In fact, this is a space where we can openly judge cover design together. We can be okay with choosing which books to pick up because we love the covers together, and I might even nerd out a little bit about the way that something is printed or designed, and I think that'll be a fun thing that we can share. Why did you get into YouTube? I was enjoying watching through almost a back catalog of everyone's content over 2020 and 2021, and I just really enjoyed getting to connect on some of the books and titles that interested me, and I've wanted to be a part of the conversation and also have another way of being creative because I love creativity. What am I most excited about in starting a booktube channel? Sitting down and making something that isn't for work. Like being creative just for the fun of it, and I am excited to see where it goes. Maybe get to connect with some of the booktubers that I've been following over the last year. That would be really cool. I'm excited to get into Patreon as the channel grows and be making monthly resources for you guys, again using my graphic design skills in that way. But for now, it's cool to be here. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would ask them, is there a book that you loved as a kid that you're afraid to read again as an adult because you don't want to be disappointed by it? Like maybe there's one that you loved and you know you probably would have some problems with it if you read it today, and so for that reason it's kind of on your do not touch again list. That's the question that I would ask. What book or series got you into reading? For me, this was The Boxcar Children by Gertrude Chandler, which is a pretty massive series, and when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to go to the library every week and pick up like 3 or 4 of those. It's a story about these siblings who lost their parents and they found an abandoned boxcar and they set up home there, and eventually they make new friends and people that care for them, that take them other places, so they're not always living in the boxcar, but initially it's about them setting up home there and just surviving together. It is a mystery series and everything kind of wraps up neatly at the end of each book. And you could probably read them out of order as long as you read the first one, but those are books that I still remember fondly from my childhood, and they definitely are the series responsible for getting me into reading. What challenges or hurdles are you facing in starting your channel? Being okay with things not being perfect, just like fighting against perfectionism and just letting things be done, because done is better than perfect, guys. I've been the most scared to just start, to just get going with this, and so now that I'm actually recording my first few videos and editing those, getting ready to go, I don't have that sort of dread or hurdles in mind anymore. When did you start reading? I have been told that I just started reading and didn't stop, basically. I've definitely gone through seasons of life where I haven't read as much. I know in college I kind of played computer games to relax. I didn't read as many books for fun, but I still had audiobooks that I was working on at the same time that I was doing projects for school, and I was homeschooled, so I had a really supportive environment for getting books from the library and reading them during the day, and I read a lot of literature just as part of my school, and it wasn't to the point where I see those books now and I'm thinking, oh, I really don't want to read that again because I had to read it for school. So I think that's something really unique. I know a lot of people struggle with kind of like having certain books, especially classics, that were kind of killed for them because they had to overanalyze it or they felt guilty for not reading it quickly enough in school. And so I'm not carrying that. And I was also pursued to like explore and read what I was interested in as a kid. So I don't know, I've just had a really well-nurtured love of reading, and that has continued through my adulthood. Where do you like to read? This is definitely one of the spots. I also have a reading chair that I'm really fond of that is right in front of a window, so I have some nice like natural light behind me. But I also like reading, you know, if someone else is driving, obviously. I like reading before I fall asleep. It's really relaxing. So those are the places I like to read. What kind of books do you like to read? We waited this far, guys. We waited this long. According to Storygraph, my top genres are literature, fantasy, and mystery. Probably more young adult in the mystery space. I do generally read maybe a classic a month. If it's something bigger that I am a little nervous to take on, I know it's going to take a few months. I usually try to plan for that. I don't like break it down into like I need to read this much by this time or anything, but I always like figure, okay, I'm not going to read as many other books because I want to enjoy my time in a classic. Right now I am working my way through the Realm of the Elderlings books by Robin Hobb. I have only finished the Assassin trilogy, and I am just going to be getting started on the Live Ship Traders trilogy. I know there's a long way to go yet, but I'm really excited. I'm taking my time. I'm kind of taking breaks in between each little set of books. Mystery-wise, I am reading through Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot books, and I'm reading them in order of publication, so my next up for that is Murder on the Nile. Our final question is, what does your book collection look like? That's my main bookshelf. I do have some built-ins in my living room here that I have a couple series. So I have the Harry Potter series in like a built-in shelf in my living room, and I have the Chronicles of Narnia also there, and then just a few other books that I know that I'm going to hang on to that might be like a certain edition or something, but I don't want them to be taking up space on my main bookshelf. Generally tend to really cycle this shelf a lot, so when I get new books in, I'm looking for the space to put them in. If I don't like a book, I definitely will unhaul it. Like if I don't foresee myself reading it again, or I think, you know, this was okay, but I think someone else would love it more, then I will donate that. I don't keep it unless it's a favorite or it's something that made me think and I really want to pick it up again in the future. Why do you love reading? Because it is a way to escape into other worlds and to explore other people's perspectives without leaving your house. And you can do it anywhere. It's fun, and it's just a great way to build empathy for people that have situations and stories that are different from your own. And yeah, that's why I love to read. Well, that wraps up all the questions on the Booktube Newbie tag. If you'd like to do this tag, you don't have to have been tagged by me. Just go do it. Like, do it. I'm telling you, I look up this tag often on YouTube to try to find new channels to follow, and so it's a great way to connect to